Hey guys, welcome to the Green Up Academy podcast. And first, let me thank today's show sponsor, Backbone Creative. Yes, I do own Backbone Creative, but it is a marketing agency for companies with backbone. We're talking about service and trades and a lot of companies in between that do all the heavy lifting in our society, that work hard, give essential jobs, things like that. So if you're a blue collar type business, we do marketing for you all the way from social media management, ads management, email marketing, SEO work, and web design. So if we can help you out, please let us know. Go to our website, backbonecreativeco.com. You can fill out a time to talk to me for a free consultation, just chat and marketing. Maybe you have great marketing and we can just chat about maybe things you can implement, or if we'd be a good fit for you, we'd love to do that. So you guys, thank you, Backbone Creative, for sponsoring today's episode.
Welcome to the Green Up Academy podcast with Alex Kirby, where we focus on helping you level up your green industry business. Whether it's marketing, finance, employees, or strategy, we talk about everything on this show to help you apply it to your business and change your family and company's future for decades to come. Here's your host, Alex Kirby.
What is up, Green Up Academy podcast and listeners, wherever you're listening today, whether you're mowing, whether you're fixing blades on that mower, whether you're going to pick up a check from a customer, whatever you're doing in the green industry, laying bricks, I have no idea. It's good to talk and to hear from you, and I hope you're listening to me. You can't be hearing from me because we can't talk back and forth, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Today's episode is about the life balance wheel. We'll get to that in just a minute, but I wanted to thank today's show sponsor, Cycle CPA. If you guys don't know them, I haven't talked about them a lot. Cycle CPA is the bookkeeper I used at Trifecta. They are green industry only bookkeeper, and they are incredible at what they do. They give you detailed reports, detailed information, help you know your costs, help you know your margins, your profitability, and cash flow tracking and all that stuff. So if you guys are looking for a bookkeeper that's affordable, make sure you go to Cycle CPA and use the code when you go to their website and get on a call with them. Green Up. Use code Green Up and you'll save some money. So they've been amazing. Love them. Carla and Joe are awesome. Check them out, guys. Bookkeeping's so important. This episode's coming out. Yeah, so it should be a few days after 4th of July. So hopefully you guys had a great, holiday. A lot of people take off the whole weekend, so hopefully you had a few good days off. Me and my family, we went to my parents' lake house and hung out with some cousins there, and I was the chaperone for the sleepover for the littles, so that was fun. Then we went to my wife's parents to a pool, so I got the lake and the pool in the same day. Pretty sweet. Today, we're talking about a really, really, really important thing that I've been talking a lot about with our crew members at the Green Up Academy, and that is what I call the life balance wheel. And there's 6 wheels in this car, so to speak, and I'm going to talk about that and talk about why it's so important. You are probably a person that understands that having balance in anything you do is important. We've always heard about work-life balance. There's obviously, no such thing as work-life balance, right? Because balance is 50-50, right? You can't really get balanced in that area. Kind of a misnomer, if you will. But I believe that you can have balance in your life, just like the Bible talks about the body of Christ, how we need fingers and we need hands and we need arms and we need legs to have a balanced body. I believe you can have the same thing in your life if you do the 6 areas right. And the 6 areas that I talk about in our life balance wheel is financial balance, mental, relational, spiritual, physical, and educational. And so I'm going to break that down and explain that. If you're watching, sorry, I got something in my eye. But this is something as a business owner, right, guys? Like, we are just running a million miles an hour. We are trying to keep up. We are tired, frustrated, eating on the go. We don't get to exercise because we're, we're out there putting out fires. We don't have time to read because we're falling asleep, putting our kids to sleep. Like there's just so many things, right? And a few months ago, I really started leaning into this balance wheel, and I'm just now getting mine right. And I'm going to talk about these and kind of break them down on why it's, what is it, and then how do you do one. So I'm going to start with the first one, or just let me start with the premise, okay? If we don't have balance in these 6 areas, these are kind of the 6 areas of our lives, right? Financial, mental, relational, spiritual, physical, and educational. Then we're going to be really lopsided on one side of our life. If we're only working out all the time and all we care is about being a gym rat, right? And we don't do the relational side or the educational side, then we're going to be not well-rounded and not feel super healthy. I don't know about you guys, but we're going to get to mental in a minute. But one of the things like in my mental work that I actually, this is like the last one I'm trying to get more in depth with, is like having 3 15-minute times a week where I go outside and hear nothing. And I just close my eyes, I breathe, and I think about, maybe just the goodness of my life. Not even, I will definitely pray some, but I really just want to clear my mind. So that's part of that. So, just having balance, I think, is so important as a business owner, guys. And I know a lot of you struggle with this, so that's why I wanted to talk about it. So this is called the life balance wheel. Let's go with number 1. All right, financial balance, okay? Finances can be so overwhelming because as a business owner, you have 2. You have personal and you have business finances. So you need to separate those and have plans for both. The first part is having a plan. The second is understanding where the money is going, where your finances is going. And the third is having a vision for what you want it to look like. So for my wife and I, when we started our landscape company, we had these conversations, plans and strategies and visions. And a big one was getting land, paying cash for that land, building a house, paying cash for the house. How are we going to do that? That's how we made our plan. Okay, how are we going to do that? We need X amount of dollars. We have this budget. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And we were able to do that. Okay. But if you don't have a plan for your money will plan to leave you. That's just a great phrase. It will be gone. It's pizza, it's subscriptions, it just disappears, right? It's tires for your mowers, whatever. So number 1 is, financially balanced. You need to have a plan. You need to understand where the money's going, and you need to have a vision. Here's a couple of things that I recommend. Getting for your personal finances, get the Every Dollar app from Dave Ramsey. It's really awesome. It can connect with your bank, and your transactions can log in, and you can create your budget through that with your wife or your spouse or yourself. And then all your transactions for your personal finances can actually connect, and you can see if you're staying in budget. And then secondly, obviously you should have QuickBooks and knowing your P&L, and then get with Cycle CPA. So for your business, I recommend QuickBooks. For your personal, Every Dollar. All right. Second one is mental. As I was saying, having that 15, 20 minutes a week, 3 times where you're just almost like meditation, where you're just calming your mind, letting everything out. I'm literally closing my eyes thinking about this. Breathing, getting focused for the day, and just trying to be as quiet as possible. In a world that we live in now, guys, it's so loud. There's so much chaos. My phone's gone off 3 times since I started this podcast episode. It's so important to have that quiet time for your mental health. Another one is, and I've never done this, and I think I probably should start going at least quarterly, is going to see a therapist. And I've talked about this. My friend Ashlyn made me think about, I always thought about therapy. When I was a college baseball player, you went to the athletic trainer if you were injured, right? So if you sprained your ankle, you went to therapy and got it fixed. So I always thought about mental health therapy as something's wrong, I need to go get it fixed. And what my friend Ashlyn made me realize a couple years ago, she's a friend of mine, and her husband, who was my teammate, got killed. And so she knows a lot about therapy by being a widow. She made me realize that going to therapy is like going to the gym. You don't just want to go to the gym when you're out of shape. You want to go to the gym to stay in shape. So you should go to therapy to stay in a good place. So I need to put my money where my mouth is there and think about doing that and going and putting that in place myself. So I'm going to circle that. And then the third part of your mental balance, will health, is accountability / friends. So talking with someone in your circle who knows you about, here's where I'm at, here's what I'm dealing with. I want someone to know, because one of the worst things with mental health, I think, and I'm not a mental health expert, but talk to a lot of people, is feeling alone, feeling like no one understands them. So if you have that accountability and have that person to be open and honest with, unbelievably crucial. So once a month, getting with someone and being very vulnerable and open, I think is super important. Third one, let's go to relationally, okay, in your balance wheel. So that's obviously marriage, friendships, relationships. Okay. So one thing I try to have is 3 really close friends. I have about 9 or 10 guys I would say are my good buddies. And then I have 3 guys that are really, really close friends. So just having that relationship, a lot of us as business owners, we can kind of forget to have friends because we're so busy. So I just want to remind you in your balance wheel how important it is to have those friends. And if you haven't reached out to those people, you should, guys. Shoot your friend a message saying, I miss you and I appreciate you and thanks for always caring about me. Your marriage, this is the most important one in the relationship balance wheel, and probably of all of them. Marriages are falling apart left and right in this country, in this world. And my wife is my best friend and she's my everything. And, didn't think I'd talk about this, but we're walking through a miscarriage right now. And, we've had one before. We have 3 kids, as you guys know. We've lost a baby in between my oldest and my middle child, and we were hoping to have one more child. We are hoping to have one more child. And my wife, we found out a week or so ago we were pregnant, and then just a couple of days after, we had some issues there, and looks like that we don't have that baby anymore. I'm okay. It's okay. It's sad, but we trust God, and we know He's on the throne, and He's given us more than we deserve, and that's where we try to keep it. But if my marriage and my relationship with my wife is not solid, those things can really shake you. And regular date nights, regular communication, which we've had a hard time the last couple of weeks just with that. The birthday party stuff for my son and myself just kind of been crazy. It's really important to pour into your relationship. Don't just take your wife or your marriage for granted. Have those one-on-one times and date nights. And then kids one-on-one time. So I have 3 kids, and I try to have one-on-one time with them every week where I can just talk to them. Just, most of the time they're always together wanting to hang out with me or themselves. But I'm really trying to have that one-on-one time. All right, that last one kind of hit me a little bit. Been a hard week. Okay, number 4 in your balance wheel, spiritual. All right, so this is for me as a man of faith. This is my Christian faith, my spiritual walk with God. So this is obviously church, small group, and alone time with God. So that's prayer, that's reading scripture, that is worship, that is taking a walk and just reflecting on His goodness. That's how you have balance in your spiritual life. Men's conferences, stuff like that. So if you guys, if you're not, this is one that a lot of you guys but listening are like, Alex, stop talking about Jesus all the time. Or some of you probably love it, but a lot of you definitely are like, come on, man. I just want to hear about lawn care. Look, this podcast is about how to make you a better green industry business professional. That doesn't just mean you making money. That means you as a business owner, how to make you the healthiest business owner you can be in a green industry pro. And if you think spirituality is not in that equation, you're sadly mistaken. For me, spirituality touches all of the other parts of my balance wheel. It's everything. My walk with God is everything. And the way a lot of you listening, if you feel like super lost or overwhelmed or unseen or lack of purpose, it's because your spiritual walk's probably just not there right now. And I know for me, we have a great church and I have great Christian friends around me. It makes everything so much better, guys. So I really just want to encourage you there for your spiritual balance wheel to just kind of look into that and reassess where you're at. The one that I'm working on the most right now is number 5, physical. So for me, I've just gotten lazy over the last 3 or 4 years with my physical health, eating habits, gym, exercise. So for this year specifically, I think I'm down about 6 pounds. I wish I was down more. But I'm working on eating better, drinking more water, be going to the gym. I'm thinking I'm going today, actually. Yeah, I'll be going today. And just exercising and being smart with my body. One I wrote down that I've been reading studies about sunlight, and I'm a big disc golfer, so I get a lot of sunlight, but sunlight affects your bone health and your mood substantially. So if you feel yourself not getting a lot of sunlight because you're maybe in the office, I know a lot of you guys are getting a ton of sunlight, weed eating and mowing, but some of you may be in the office too much. Make sure you're getting about 30 minutes a day, at least a direct sunlight, guys. So physical, like really, really think about your balance wheel with your physical health, eating, gym, exercise, all that. And the last one is your educational wheel part. So, or spoken your wheel. So, are you sharpening your mind? You're listening to podcasts. Are you reading books? Are you going to Equip? Are you talking with guys who make you better? That's what we try to do here at the Green Up Academy. So are you part of a learning group like the crew? It's really important to keep sharpening your mind so it doesn't get dull and foggy and all that stuff. I'm sure a lot of us deal with brain fog. I definitely do. Most of mine has to do with being on my phone too much, and I'm working on that. So those are the 6 areas of the balance wheel, okay? And so here's what you do with that. Here's the exercise. You write on a piece of paper, long ways. You write financial, mental, physical, spiritual, relational, and educational. And then under each one, you write 4 or 5 things that you can do to help you have more balance in those areas. And then you put that into a calendar and you place that in your schedule. So for me, gym, Mondays and Wednesdays, okay? I play disc golf twice a week. That goes in there for my physical part. For financial, me and my wife have Sunday night meetings where we talk about stuff. So we look at our budgets and whatnot. So you just kind of write all these 4 or 5 things down that you think could help you in those areas, and then you assign them a place in your schedule, because we all know if you don't make time for something, time takes it, right? It just evaporates. So that's the exercise, guys, on how to get this. And then the hope is that you fine tune this over and over and you start going, man, like I feel so good. I feel so balanced as an owner, right? I'm getting working out. I'm getting quiet time. I'm having spiritual journeys with my small group, with my church. This is how you have balance in life. And guess what, guys? This is why this episode is so important. If you can do this, you can be so much better as a business owner. Your employees are going to see changes in you. You're going to see changes in yourself. Your business is going to start coming alive, and you're going to see the impact you can have, and you're going to become fresher, you're going to be more motivated, you're going to be inspired, you're going to be excited. You're just going to be healthy. And so I wanted to, I know I've talked to a lot of guys lately who are really struggling. We're mid-season, right? We're in the beginning of July. We're in the middle. We just flipped the year from 6 months, half the year's over. If you're not having balance in your life right now, I wanted to communicate this to you so that you can be working on that. And I'm here to help you. If you want to chat about what this looks like, I would love to help you put a plan together. Sign up for our calls through the Green Up Academy, the coaching call. Would love to help you with that any way I can. Again, guys, thank you so much for listening. It means so much. I love the messages I'm getting. Remember, you can always email me at alex@thegreenupacademy.com. Message me through Instagram, whatever the case may be. I'd love to hear from you. If this podcast has impacted you, I'd love to get a quick note or anything like that, just so I could just say thank you and know that we're making an impact. I know I get them quite often, but I'd love to get a few more. And thank you guys so much. I hope you, we're going to be, I think we've talked about this. We're going to start another crew here soon. So I'd love to have you as part of our crew at the Green Up Academy. And thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next time. See you guys.